A longtime public servant and business owner in our community has died, and we would be remiss if we didn't note that it is a loss within our KBTX family as well. Former Brazos County Judge Randy Sims, the husband of KBTX's Brenda Sims, died this morning after a brief illness. He had been staying in an assisted living facility. Sims had his family by his side when he passed away. In his youth, Sims was a standout at Texas A&M on the football team. He later owned the popular Randy Sims Barbecue on Texas Avenue in Bryan for decades. But if that wasn't enough for him to be a big part of the community, he ran for public office, serving on Bryan City Council and the Brazos County Commissioner's Court. This past November, Judge Sims and Brenda were named Citizens of the Year by the Bryan-College Station Chamber of Commerce. This is the video that played during that event as Brenda tells us about the life and service of Judge Sims.
It all started with Bear Bryant offering Randy a scholarship to play football at Texas A&M. And that's where it all started. That's why we are still here, because we kind of met during his football career. And on Thanksgiving, when in fact he kicked the longest field goal in the Southwest Conference at that time, I got my engagement ring. On our 5th date, I might add, and a year later, we were married. We wanted to stay in Bryan-College Station area, and so my dad happened to be in the barbecue business. He said, hey, go for it. We got nothing to lose. So we decided to go into the barbecue business. It was Randy Sims Barbecue. We had a 3-year-old and we had a 1-year-old. The 3-year-old stood at the front door saying, welcome, welcome, welcome. The 1-year-old was in the kitchen, asleep on some dirty towels, and I was out in front just taking those orders because we couldn't afford to hire anybody. It was just us, but it was great. And I think because he learned so much about the people of the Bryan-College Station area, he decided that he needed to serve the community, and so he decided to run for city council. And one thing I remember that you all did, you built the new city hall.
That's right.
And then doing so, he was encouraged to run for county commissioner. Let's say you had been commissioner for many years, people encouraged you to run for county judge.
That's right.
How'd you like being the county judge?
Well, I really enjoyed it.
That was a great time.
It was a great time.
Of course, most of our time when our kids were little were spent with them. In fact, all the way through public school and graduation from high school, it was always about our kids. He was a great Little League coach. That was a fun time of our lives. And I stayed busy working special events for Dillard's and doing different things for some of the stores. I would coordinate style shows for them and did a little teaching of etiquette and good stuff like that. And but those were great times for us. At age 50, I had no skills. And so I thought, well, I'd like to go to work, but who's going to hire me? Well, KBTX needed somebody to answer the phone with no skills. And that's how that all started. And after 20 some odd years, I'm still there. So that is where I get my joy, is just being at KBTX, interviewing people every now and then, seeing the people who've impacted the community, seeing the young kids that start out with us. That has been my joy since I was 50. So for 25 years, that's been my joy. When I heard that Randy was selected as Citizen of the Year, I was not surprised at all. I was extremely surprised when they said that I was included too. So I think you can call it a partnership that we've had, and that we've both worked hard in serving the community and serving, I mean, anytime we could serve, we did. Anytime we were asked, we did it. And so this is a reward, but totally unexpected. Well, as many of you know, Randy is dealing with dementia, but he's dealing with dementia just like he did deal with his life, with a lot of spirit. He's very content, he's happy, and he's so proud right now. When I told him of the honor we've been given, he smiled. And that's all I ever ask out of Randy, just smile.
It's unique. And I just am very, very thankful that I've had Brenda to go with me. And, you know,
we're still going.
We're still going.
You know, I would love to stand up there and give a great thank you speech, but let's face it, I don't have a prompter, so I'm not going to be able to do that. I'll just have to say thank you.
Again, that was November of last year. Judge Sims and Brenda named as the Citizens of the Year by the Bryan Chamber of Commerce. Early days at the station, Judge Sims got to calling me Bulldog. He said I wouldn't stop until I got an answer that satisfied me. So that Bulldog definition, if it's meant to note tenacity, I should say, when it comes to serving the community and its residents, wanting to see it grow and succeed, there aren't many Bulldogs more tenacious than Randy Sims. In addition to Brenda, he is survived by 2 children and 8 grandchildren.